Every company runs on documents nobody outside it has ever read. A knowledge base is how you let a flow read them, and this is how you build one. In the left rail, between Forms and Vault, there is knowledge. A knowledge base is a set of your own documents, prepared so that a flow can search them. The page calls it Retrieval Augmented Generation, and the retrieval half is what lives here. It belongs to the workspace, like a vault or a queue. Every flow in the workspace can ask it. One button and 3 decisions. The name first. This is the whole contract. It is the string a flow will hand to a node. A description for the people who come after you. And the embedding model, which is the one choice you cannot take back. It says so underneath, locked after the first build, and changing it forces a full rebuild. The default runs on Robomotion credits, so there is no key to find before you can start. This is the base itself, and it is empty. Drop documents in the top half. PDF, Word, Excel, Markdown, plain text, and images, up to 64 megabytes each. 4 support documents for a printer that does not exist. A manual, a materials guide, the error codes, and the warranty. Nothing in them is in any model's training data, which is exactly the situation you are in. They all say pending. Uploading only stores the file, nothing is read yet. Building the index is the one expensive step, and it runs on your own machine. A connected agent reads each document, cuts it into chunks, and turns every chunk into a vector. The result is one index file, 23 chunks out of 4 documents. Every document now says indexed, with the number of chunks it produced. Only the chunks go out, and only to be turned into numbers. The index stays here. Down the right-hand side, there is a retrieval test, and it is worth using before you write any flow. Ask it the way a person would ask, in a whole sentence rather than a keyword. 3 passages come back, ranked, each with a score and the document it came from. The top one is about washing the plate and skin oil, which is the answer, and nobody typed a keyword to find it. The PDF results carry a page number 2. This is what a citation is made of. Now the same question 3 ways, because the search mode matters more than it looks. Keyword search on an error code. 100, then 1, then 0, the code, and nothing else pretending. Vector search understands meaning, so it has no idea that this string is special. 68, 66, 65. 3 printer faults that all mean roughly the same thing. The right code is still first, but only just, and on a bigger set of documents it would not be. Hybrid runs both and fuses them. The exact match takes the top with 100, and meaning fills in behind it. That is why hybrid is the default. To query it from a flow, you need one package. Packages and search for knowledge. Install it, and the workspace has 3 new nodes. We are going to use exactly one of them. This flow is not a script that runs once. It is a service, and a question arrives as an HTTP request. Post to /ask on port 9090. The body of the request lands on the message. A function node lifts the question out of that body. And this is the whole of it. One node, and everything the last 5 minutes built is behind it. It takes the question, searches the index, and puts the ranked chunks back on the message. A search can come back empty, and what you do then decides whether people trust this. So a switch, did we get any chunks or none? If we did, take the best passage, and carry the document and the score with it. If we did not, say so plainly. A knowledge base that invents an answer is worse than none. Both paths meet at HTTP out, which replies on the same request that came in. 7 nodes, and one of them is the interesting one. The search node was pushed empty. Everything it needs is on this panel. Knowledge base. The name, spelled here exactly as the page spells it. Query, the question we lifted off the request. Top K3, how many passages to bring back? Search mode stays hybrid, which is the one we just argued for. And min score, not 0.6. Below that, this node returns nothing at all. That number is the fence. A real question here scores 97 or better, an unrelated one tops out at about 50. The embedding key is left unbound, so the question is embedded on Robomotion credits, like the index was. Save because the robot runs the saved flow, rather than the one on your screen. Run it on a robot. The robot fetches the index, checks it against its checksum, and keeps it in a cache beside itself. Then it sits on the port and waits. Nothing happens until somebody asks something. Anything that can make an HTTP request can now ask those documents a question. This is the whole client, 30-odd lines of standard library and no Robomotion in it anywhere. It posts a question as JSON to that endpoint and prints what comes back. Run it against the flow that is listening right now. Ask it the printer question first. The robot embeds that sentence, searches the index it cached, and answers on the same request. 240 degrees for PATG, in the table it was written in, out of the materials guide. Nothing was summarized and nothing was invented. That is the passage, and it says where it lives. Now the error code, which is where keyword search earns its place. Thermal runaway, and the instruction to stop using the printer, straight out of the error codes. And then something these documents do not cover at all. Nothing cleared the fence, so it says so. That one sentence is the whole reason for the min score. Upload the documents, build the index once, and the name is all a flow needs to know. The index is built by an agent on your machine, and searched by the robot on its own copy. And what comes back is not a paraphrase. It is the passage, the document, and a score you can put a fence in front of. 4 documents, 1 node, and an endpoint anything can call. Thank you for watching.